Beautiful.
I'm Donald Link. Today we're at Woodlands Pork in West Virginia, where the pigs roam free and forage in the forest. After harvest, the meat is cured for up to 2 years to make world-class hams. We have the privilege today of slow roasting one of these exceptional pigs.
The Asian pig we have, the bloodlines we have, are the fatter pigs. If you're sending those pigs in those woods to really capitalize on that acorn flavor, then you need an animal that has the genetic propensity to put on fat.
Well, there goes the table. It's nice marbling in there.
Farmer's Hybrid, that's the best tasting pork.
Yeah. This pig was a large black Farmer's Hybrid cross. It's brilliant meat.
Do it in sections.
Yeah, I'd like to do the rack, the skin on.
From beginning stages of these pigs to the very end, it's about 3.5 years until finished ham. There's a lot of time and money and pride and everything in these pigs.
I just can't get over the amount of fat cap on this thing.
When you cure them for 2 years, you need that fat.
What this does is it lets some of the heat get into the skin, so it'll help it crack more evenly. Whereas if it's not scored, it'll bubble and pop.
You look at it and it should almost look like, a well-marbled Angus steak, I look not quite that red, of course, but reddish pinkish color with marbling specks in there.
Is it ready?
Almost.
So how long do you think that's going to be?
4 or 5 hours between there or something.
Yeah.
Basically, the commodity pork, the grocery store, you start calling pork a white meat, it's deleterious, and it is. It's tough, there's no fat in it, there's no flavor, it's textured.
This is the part that's going to get really amazing in a minute. Yeah, you can't go down to the local grocery store and buy that.
They're going to have it all trimmed and it's going to be white and tasteless. Fat's where it's at. Those flavors.
I think we've been on now, God, it's been 4.5 hours, hasn't it? What we want to do now is we had the fat side down all this time, so now we want to get the skin side up. So that the rest of the cooking, the fat from the top, it'll just go back down through the meat.
This fat is predominantly an unsaturated fat.
How many batches have been put out so far?
Well, just those ones we turned out yesterday.
Oh, keeper.
We'll harvest just our top 30.
It seems to be their favorite food.
Acorns?
It's just very natural instinct, it seems.
It's a natural feed source, they evolved essentially in the woods. I'm excited to see what the carcasses look like, what the flavor looks like.
The pork loin right there. There's the pork chops. Yeah, that's falling off the bone.
Such a craft. Just going and looking for confirmation of your pigs and pick out, what genetics you want to go on. That's good stuff.
Yeah, look at it's great cutting it because you get to all the best pieces first.
It's all a big puzzle that is really fun to work in every aspect.
This has got to be the best.
It's greasy in a good way. Next, I'll cook one of my favorite game day meals, bone-in roast pork, outside on my grill.